Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gubin. This segment of the news is sponsored by TravelSpan Vacations. The Jamaican government says it is seeking to expand the overseas employment program so that more nationals can benefit from employment opportunities in Canada and the United States. Labour and Social Security Minister Derek Collier said the move comes as the demand for skilled Jamaicans continue to grow in the two North American countries. He said the Canadian Farm Work Program should see a 10 to 15% growth this year. And I quote, "The same goes for the United States, where we were down a couple years ago, but the numbers are creeping up again, and we expect to see, based on new legislations that President Obama is trying to get through the Congress and the Senate, additional opportunities for us here in Jamaica if that legislation is approved, so there is going to be growth." Collier met with representatives of Caribbean Airlines to formalize agreements for flying Jamaican workers to the U.S. and Canada. He pointed out that Canada in particular has a huge labor market that needs to be filled, and that Jamaica is currently doing well in filling some of that demand, but we can double the numbers in another 3 years. He said the program is of mutual benefit to the countries involved as it provides work for Jamaicans so that they can take care of their families as well as help to generate economic activity within the U.S. and Canada. And I quote, "So it is a cross-border win-win situation for both of us, and hence we in Jamaica have something to protect and to uphold, to ensure that this program runs smoothly and that it develops and expands for the benefit of all our citizens who have the ability to participate in it. And the employers in North America can be satisfied that they get good quality workers to expand their business in a productive way." Collier noted that the government has put in a lot of effort to grow the program and warned against any illegal activity that might compromise the program. "We have put in a lot of resources to ensure the integrity of the program at all levels. We want to ensure that we stand up to the highest level at scrutiny. We cannot afford to have persons traveling on the aircraft with illegal substances," he said, adding that the overseas employment program benefits the country immensely through the foreign exchange that is remitted. The Barbados government says it will no longer pay tuition fees for nationals studying at the University of the West Indies. Finance and Economic Affairs Minister Chris Sinclair said in his 2013-14 and 2014 budget presentation on Tuesday. He said that effective 2014, Barbadian students pursuing studies at the university's 3 campuses will be required to pay their own tuition fees while the government continues to fund economic courses. The subsidized economic course could be as much as 80% of the tuition. Sinclair said it will save Barbados $42 million a year. The cost of the government has risen over the years as more nationals pursue tertiary education. The intake at UWI Cave Hill campus, which is located in Barbados, has been expanding since 2003 to 2004. And I quote, "In 1999, for example, there were around 3,500 undergraduate students at the Cave Hill campus, and by 2007 this number had increased to around 6,700 and currently stands at around 7,200 students," said Sinclair. The expansion has meant major increases in the government of Barbados' contribution to UWI. In 2007, Barbados' financial contribution to UWI was $79.3 million. The next year, it shot to $120.5 million. To put things in context, for the entire period from 1999 to 2007 combined, the total contribution required from the government of Barbados to the Cave Hill campus was $543.2 million, compared to the $636.3 million contribution required for the 2008 to 2012 period. The reality is that the amount required in the last 5 years was $93 million greater than the previous 9 years combined, the finance minister said. Students whose parents cannot afford university fees will be offered assistance after means testing. Changes to the recently enacted anti-smoking legislation, which is now under review, is to be implemented next month, Health Minister Dr. Fenton Ferguson has said. Ferguson made the disclosure yesterday while addressing journalists at the end of the launch of Fontana Pharmacy's public service professional discount card at the pharmacy's location. The minister reiterated that the adjusted legislation will, among other things, reflect reduced fines and a redefinition of public spaces and areas designated for smoking. And I quote, "There will be downward adjustment and there will be no custodial sentences," he said, but refused to say what the new fines will be. He says, "Our emphasis is pro-health. It is not about punishment for smokers." The ban, which took effect on July 15th, makes it a criminal offense to smoke in public spaces and carries heavy penalties ranging from $50,000 to $1 million for breaches. But the implementation of the ban has been greeted with howls of protest from several quarters, including within the ruling People's National Party. It has also been labeled as impractical by tourism interests. The discomfort resulted in Dr. Ferguson agreeing to allow Parliament to review the legislation and give the public an opportunity to make recommendations. The public consultations ended yesterday. Yesterday, Dr. Ferguson said participation from the public has been fantastic. The overall public response has been heartwarming, he disclosed. And in Guyana, management of the Chedi Jagan International Airport, Timri, has lauded the agencies involved in the latest drug bust at the facility, which resulted in the seizure of 15.05 kilos of cocaine. In a press statement issued yesterday, the corporation said that the bust was successful due to heightened security checks, enhanced profiling techniques, greater intelligence gathering and sharing, and an increased presence of closed-circuit television cameras. At around 1500 hours on Monday last, security officials, including ranks attached to the Criminal Investigation Department, unearthed the cocaine stuffed in vegetables, which were packed in boxes destined for a Bronx, New York address. Reporters understand that after security officials at the airport observed the shipper acting in a suspicious manner, a decision was taken to inspect the cargo. Upon closer examination, the ranks stumbled upon boxes of okros. They reportedly cut open several of these and discovered the drugs packed neatly in one of the vegetables. This encouraged them to continue cutting open the hundreds of okros, and sure enough, more cocaine was discovered. We understand that there were a few cocaine-stuffed okros enclosed to about 100 boxes, according to CGIA statements. The perpetrators cut the heads of the okros, removed the seeds, placed the illegal substance inside, and then glued the heads back on. The shipper, who bore witness to the police operations, was promptly arrested. He claimed that it was the first time he was making such a shipment. The man appeared at the Georgetown Magistrate Court yesterday. Monday's discovery came less than 2 weeks after a bag containing more than 20 pounds of cocaine was discovered at the airport. Cocaine-stuffed okros are just another ingenious way that Guyanese have been using to traffic the South American-produced drugs to North America and other destinations such as Europe and Asia. Cocaine has also been discovered in other vegetables, pepper sauce, pylori, ornaments, and even lumber for export. As if these aren't bizarre enough, 2 Guyanese women were also busted in September of last year at the John F. Kennedy International Airport when security officials found cocaine sewn into their hair weaves. Nonetheless, the CGIA said that despite the craftiness of these individuals, the security team will continue to work alongside government security agencies to crack down on the illegal drug trade. You're watching Caribbean Affiliate News. Stay tuned.
Million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Mom, let you take your car out. This is awesome. It's time to grow up. You're crazy. Little while faster. Go faster. Stop. It'll all be alright.
I raised my son to be careful.
Hey, sweetie. Hey, Mom.
But just to be safe,
So don't you worry.
I got a Subaru.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Coleman Subaru, 1710 North Alden Avenue, Ewing, New Jersey, or ColemanSubaru.com.